Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Rob T signing here. So this is the first recording that we're doing for Hashtags Properties. So perhaps maybe we do a proper introduction. So my name is Debo Tsakwa, aka or also known as Rob T. Rob T Tsakwa. So I'm in the real estate space, and it's quite an interesting space to be in. But the big question is not really that Rob T is in real estate, but the big question is, how is a banker, somebody who prides themselves in customer service, somebody who's prided themselves in being in the real estate, in the banking space, in the service space, doing in the real estate space? And that's the question. I think, in all honesty, if I look at the journey of real estate, what has really brought me into this space is my desire to do coaching and to move a business from A to B, to move somebody from 1 to point 10, or from 10 to 100, from 100 to 1,000, from 1,000 10,000, and so on. So as a business coach, that is what I am passionate about. The product itself of property I have grown to like very much, and I think that is part of the advantage of being in coaching. You can coach multiple spheres of business, and you can basically move from industry to industry. But what is the heart? What is in the heart of our discussion today, or my chat today, is why real estate? You know, I never thought that real estate was in a situation that it is in today in South Africa. Here's why. You can imagine being from a banking industry. I was in the banking industry for close to 10 years, and I started way at the bottom at inquiry as an inquiry clerk in the Sandton City branch, and worked my way right up to working as an acting private banker. So I was never a private banker. I was acting in the capacity of a private banker. So I really enjoyed that space, and I think that is the space where I learned a lot about real estate, and learned a lot about credit applications, and learned a lot about doing banking for the private banking clients. And so looking at the banking structure, there was a lot of transformation that had happened in the bank, that has happened, if I may, in the bank. And moving from a banking sector which was transforming, or at that stage, I wouldn't say transformed, I would say it was transforming in terms of people of color participating in the banking sphere. And then I moved out of banking and I went into the insurance sector. And in the insurance sector, certainly there was transformation. Transformation was happening. And basically from the insurance sector, I moved over to the attorney space, so the legal and the law side of stuff, where I worked for an attorney firm. And that was my exposure to the real estate space, and really what was happening in South Africa in the real estate space. And to be honest with you, there was no transformation whatsoever. It shocked me, given that I'm a mid to late 80s baby, having to see an industry that is basically worth 5.8 trillion, worth that. Its contribution to GDP is enormous. And seeing that we don't have people of color in that space was really alarming. And when I did research on this, I really realized that there was no platform to allow people of color, entrepreneurs, to participate meaningfully in this space. Besides looking at your big franchise structures and the glass ceilings that existed. This will not be for today's chat. We will chat about the glass ceilings that are in the real estate space. But I think what is important is why Rob T, the business coach, is in real estate. And I think that's really what we're looking at today. What motivated this? Why this? You know, I could have done something else. I could have stayed in insurance. I loved it. I could have stayed in banking. But why real estate requires a business coach to come and to basically implement plans and implement structures that can allow transformation, that can allow participation, meaningful participation. And I invite you on this journey for us to explore what it is that's actually happening in real estate. But what really sits at the heart of our discussion is the purpose of hashtag in the real estate space. And that's what we're going to delve into.